It is a monument to greatness. Ohio Stadium, a place for Buckeye legends. Archie Griffin, James Laurinaitis, Eddie George, Rick Hausman. A name that may be new, defined by a calling beyond the football field, from the Scarlet and Gray to the red, white, and blue. Henry Richard Hausman Jr., the Hilliard standout, became a Buckeye walk-on, joining the football team in 1967 as a freshman. The team photo from 1968 shows a young Rick Hausman, number 96, part of the squad that would ultimately win the national championship. But before the Rose Bowl, this young walk-on walked away. Called to serve his country, Rick joined the Army. Instead of Pasadena, he went to boot camp. Coach Woody Hayes giving his blessing, assuring Rick he would have a place on the team when he returned. But Rick never came home.
He loved being a Buckeye. He goes to Vietnam, and he did what Rick Hausman always does. Follow me, let's do it. And, he saved many lives.
One of 242 deaths that week in Vietnam. 55 years later, these high school friends of Hausman cherish the chance to talk about him.
What are the words that come to mind when you think of Rick Hausman?
Courage. Rick wasn't a colonel or a general or anything like that. He was a PFC. But boy, what a PFC.
Private First Class Hausman earned the Silver Star for valor in combat. At just 19 years old, he gave his life in service to our country.
It's a true sacrifice.
It's a story that needs to be told.
Lieutenant Colonel Mike Kelvington agreed.
Rick's a hero.
After 14 deployments to Iraq and Afghanistan, Kelvington now serves as the professor of military science and leadership at Ohio State with the Army ROTC. He wanted to make sure Rick's sacrifice would not be forgotten.
There's a saying that a man dies two deaths, his physical death and then when his name is spoken for the last time. And so this helps preserve Rick Hausman's legacy at Ohio State.
The Rick Hausman Silver Bullet Award for Leadership, given to the top cadet in the program, exemplifying the same grit and determination.
The backdrop of the shoe, the symbolism there of him leaving Ohio State and the football team to join the military.
2024 marks only the second year for this award. Each year, a new name will be added to a dog tag, leaving a legacy for future cadets, inspired by the young Buckeye who gave all.
It's just a way of remembering Rick and making sure that that second death doesn't happen.
From the football field to the battlefield, from Silver Bullet to Silver Star.
It's that calling of send me, pay the ultimate sacrifice. That's a higher calling than playing a game.
He just felt there was a different calling at that time in his life.
He had so much going for what would he have been.
Rick Hausman is part of the Ohio State tradition of excellence, and now a legacy of leadership. No matter the uniform, Buckeyes lead the way.
Rick Hausman will be inducted into the Ohio Military Hall of Fame on May 3rd. The very next day, the name of this year's top cadet will be added to the Hausman Trophy, the Silver Bullet Award for Leadership. And there is an effort to make sure Rick is celebrated as a member of that national championship team, gold pants and all. We'll be sure to share more as that happens.
This resurgence, this new recognition of Rick Hausman seems to be kind of a recent thing.
It really is, and it's wonderful for his family and friends to see, having known this story by heart for them. Seeing the community wrap their arms around the story and celebrate him is really something special.
Now it won't be forgotten. Well, you can't forget the Hausman Trophy.
I know.
I like that.
Exactly.